and welcome to another episode of Barlow's TV, your local landscape and garden expert. I'm Stephen Barlow, here to talk to you about some plants. Are your plants stressed out this time of year? I know most of yours might be with the hot summer days upon us. So I'm here to talk to you about some tips, what we do when we have stressed out plants. Now today I have some samples of plants that customers have brought in that they're having a little bit of a hard time with. Most of these plants are just simply stressed out. What I mean by stressed out, like this plant right here, is this plant is not getting enough water. What is happening? Maybe you're a weekend gardener and you go home back up north during the week and you come back on the weekends and you only water this on the weekends. So what happens is the plant loses its flowers because it's not watered enough. So you want to make sure you water your plants thoroughly. If you look here, it's lost all its flower buds. There is hope for this plant though. This plant will come back if you make sure you water thoroughly every day or every other day, depending on the weather outside. So get your neighbor next door, bang on their door and say, can you please water my plants when I'm away? Now over here, I have another plant that was brought in, and this is a beautiful, nice, dark green verbena plant, but it has no more flowers on it. That's because this plant was purchased for the wrong location. This plant was probably put in a shady porch where it doesn't get any sun. So make sure that your plants are in the right location. If you don't see a lot of flowers on them, yet they're really green, you're probably doing a good job watering them and fertilizing them, but you're simply not giving them enough sunlight. So make sure that you look at your plant and make sure it's getting the proper sunlight. The other plant I have right here, this is a rose. Now you can see this rose isn't that dark, rich color. What you want to do is you want to make sure you fertilize these. Now, this is probably the last time of year you want to fertilize a rose because you don't want to fertilize it into August. So what I recommend if your rose is looking like this is to get some rose tone and take a handful and sprinkle it around the whole plant. And you want to make sure you do that right before it rains so the water will suck the fertilizer into and around the roots. Now I also have this really nice tropical plant here. You can see this isn't that dark green color that we'd like to see on our tropicals. This happens to be what we call a diplindinia. So you want to make sure this plant isn't getting enough fertilizer. So you want to make sure you fertilize this. So what I mean by fertilizing is I like to use Miracle-Gro. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to take a watering can and take the scooper from the Miracle-Gro, take the scoop, put it in, put the 1 tablespoon of Miracle-Gro in, mix it up, and then you want to soak it. And I recommend doing this if you see a plant like this once every week. Just like that till the water comes out the bottom. The other plant that we have here is another tropical, hibiscus. It's a tried and true that everyone has. These plants are thirsty plants. They like a lot of water. If you look at this one right here, it is extremely dry. You see the soil's dry there? That's why all these older leaves are turning yellow, because it simply isn't getting enough water. And I'm going to fertilize this one too, and I'm going to soak it. I just don't want to give it a little bit. I want to soak it till the water comes out the bottom. So I hope those are some great tips for you to take care of your plants when they're under a lot of stress. Please check back for our next video, which is going to be on insects and diseases that we're starting to see this time of year. Once again, thanks for tuning in and have a great day.